Steven Nelson's first time on a Major League diamond was at the storied Dodgers Stadium. His father's love of the game and his mother's heritage brought him to Japanese community night as an 8-year-old. He still has the plaque.
This has been displayed in my room since that night.
Nearly 3 decades later, he returns to his hometown just as excited as that little leaguer with a dream.
I'm Steven Nelson.
But now as a member of the world-famous franchise.
That's our booth. That's our home for every game.
The 34-year-old is the Dodgers' newest play-by-play announcer, expected to call more than 50 contests as backup to lead broadcaster Joe Davis.
That's 3. Kershaw strikes out O'Neill to end the second inning.
Nelson sits on hallowed ground, forged by a long line of venerated voices like Jaime Jarrín and Vin Scully. You're an announcer for the Dodgers. Has that sunk in?
No, absolutely not. Growing up a fan of sports broadcasting, I'm aware of the lineage that I'm now a part of with this franchise, which means so much, not just in Los Angeles or within baseball, but in sport.
But for the fourth-generation Japanese Americans, scoring such a seat is bigger than baseball. Nelson is the only Asian American play-by-play announcer working for an MLB team.
That's the aspect of my professional life that I'll cherish the most. I do now and I will forever. There's so much honor than that.
Major League Baseball estimates just over a fifth of clubs' TV broadcasters in the booth are from diverse backgrounds. For English-speaking coverage, the percentage is half of that, including the Seattle Mariners' award-winning Dave Sims, who told Nelson,
"Every day you show your face, man. You're representing yourself, you're representing Asian Americans just like I do."
Nelson has served in just about every role in sports broadcasting before climbing his way to the NHL and MLB networks. In 2021, he used Japanese he learned as a kid to present an award to Los Angeles superstar pitcher Shohei Ohtani.
An international superstar is Lars Nootbaar.
Nelson building a reputation that even has the opposing team cheering him on. How would you describe Steven?
A trader, obviously. You know, he's a trader. No, I'm kidding. A great guy, humble guy, he's a role model for a lot of people. And so kids that, want to get into broadcasting, play-by-play, they have somebody to look up to.
The value of which Dave Roberts, the first manager of Asian heritage to win a World Series, understands.
In this day and age where we're talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion, to see him being the only one speaks to how talented he is, but also speaks to how much further we've got to go.
What's your hope in this role?
Try not to suck. No, I hope that I could just, this is going to sound so Asian. I just don't want to disappoint my parents.
Oh, man.
And my family. And
it never leaves you.
It never leaves, no matter how old we get. And I truly mean that. My only goal is to make them proud. I want to make it about proving people right. The people who have been there for us, who have sacrificed for us, who have helped us and mentored us and taught us. I want to prove them right.
Love it.
One of the things that really struck me about Steven is scoring this role. It's the realization of his childhood dream, something he's worked for his whole life. And yet, in our conversation, in our interview, he never made it about himself. It was always about the people behind him. And as an Asian American sports broadcaster, he is really helping open that door. And he says his focus, his mission is about keeping that door open for others.
You will. He's showing the way.
You're a big Dodgers fan.
Love this guy's going to be a part of the lives of Angelinos like me for now another decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades.
He's already won over fans.
Yeah, I can't wait.
By the way, his voice, that's the whole thing,
Love
right?
it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love him.
Yeah. Great story.
What a guy.
Thank you, Emilie.
Great one.
By the way, folks, be sure to catch MLB's Sunday leadoff. It's on Peacock every week. In fact, this Sunday, you can watch the Orioles take on the Braves starting at 11 a.m. Eastern. That game also simul-streaming right here on NBC.
I didn't know that was a thing.
We just made it a simul-streaming.
Wow.
If it's streaming on Peacock and it's airing on NBC, it's
Simul-streaming. Vocabulary. There you go.
Yes, adding it to the lexicon.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.